You're rolling?
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Keep Limp Bizkit.
Oh,
What a name, Limp Bizkit.
do you know what I mean?
Imagine saying to your friends, "Yeah, I have come up with a band name actually, Limp Bizkit."
And they all went, I tell you what, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that is great, Fred.
I know a man with nothing in his hands, nothing but a rolling stone. He told me about when his house burned down, lost everything he owned. He lay asleep for 6 whole weeks, they were gonna ask his mother to choose. Then he woke up with nothing and said, "I tell you something, with nothing you got nothing to lose." Now I got a hole in my pocket, a hole in my shirt, whole lot of trouble, he said. But now the money's gone where life carries on, and we see like a hole in her head. Oh, now well, I know a woman with kids around her ankles and a baby on her lap. She said one day her husband went to get a paper, the motherfucker never came back. Mortgage to pay and 4 kids to raise, keeping a wolf from the door. She said the wolf's just a puppy and the door's double locked. Why you gotta worry me for? 'Cause he left a hole in my heart, hole in a promise, and a hole on the side of my bed. But now that he's gone, well, life carries on. I miss him like a hole in the head. 'Cause sometimes you can't change and you can't choose. And sometimes it seems you gain less than you lose. Now we've got holes in our hearts. Yeah, we've got holes in our lives. Well, we've got holes, but we carry on. Say we've got holes in our hearts. Yeah, we've got holes in our lives. Well, we've got holes, but we carry on. Say we got holes in our hearts. Yeah, we got holes in our lives. Well, we got holes, but we carry on. Say we got holes in our hearts. We got holes in our lives. We got holes, but we carry on. Say we got holes in our hearts. We got holes in our lives. We got holes, but we carry on. Say we got holes in our hearts. We got holes in our lives. We got holes, but we've got holes, but we carry on. You say we've got holes in our hearts. We've got holes in our lives. Yeah, we've got holes, but we carry on.
It's a beautiful sunny day, and we're in London on the roof of a pub, and I'm joined by Mike Rosenberg, who you'll know as Passenger. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. I'm pretty sticky.
It's a
sticky
bit
day,
it's a bit sweaty, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
We've
a
all
bit
got a little bit
sweaty.
of a sweat on.
Got a sweaty back.
But do you like the sun? Are you a summer man?
I really am. Yeah,
Yeah?
I really am. It's funny because I've been busking for the last 4 or 5 years, and you obviously need good weather for it, you know. So I've actually been summer hopping. I've been doing 6 months in Europe from like April to September, and then I bugger off to Australia for 6 months. And I did that like 3 times.
And so you're timing it so you are literally just catching the
6
sun.
summers in a row.
It really is a summer man. That's why we
Yeah.
had to get you on
I've committed to summer.
when the sun came out.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence,
No,
I
it isn't.
promise.
Yeah.
But listen, thank you so much for joining us on Secret Sessions.
Pleasure.
Tell us about the track you played.
Yeah. I played a song off my album called Holes,
Mm.
and yeah, I think it's going to be the next single. It's really weird, mate, because up until Let Her Go happened, I never thought about singles because it was kind of irrelevant for me. You know, I'd never had a song on the radio, and I didn't really release singles. I just released albums, and so yeah, this whole world of like, what's your next single going to be? Is a bit new and strange to me, but I think it's going to be the next one, and it's just it's quite a hopeful song. You know, it's just addressing the fact that we all go through really difficult times and really hard times, and we all sort of pick ourselves up and carry on. And it's often a song I play at the end of my gigs, so people don't walk away crying, because all the rest of my songs are really miserable.
It gives them that little bit
Yeah.
of that hope. to go
Tiny
in.
amount of hope.
Yeah.
Thanks
just
for
the
coming.
littlest bit.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now leave. Yeah. So, so with I mean, you've mentioned Let Her Go, and it's impossible really not to talk about that, because that's, I mean, it's thrown you into the limelight really, hasn't it? And how did that come about? I mean, whose idea was it firstly to release that as a single? Was that just like, was that your idea? As Ben, you thought we'll put this one out there? Because like you said, you've never been a sort of singles band.
No, exactly. And we released it as a single just because it was the most likely to be a single off the album. I guess we sat down and were like, okay, yeah, cool. We always had a feeling that it was a cool song, you know, and it was catchy or whatever, or had something that connected with people. So we put it out. But the funny story is that I released this album like I don't know, 18 months ago or something, and it did very little, you know, and which I was fine with, and I didn't expect anything more, and I was like, okay, cool, move on, and started kind of half working on the next record. And this radio plugger from Holland, this guy called Dave, emailed me and my manager and said, look, I've heard Let Her Go in a cafe in Holland or something. Let me take it into the radio. I think it could be a hit here. You don't have to give us any money if it doesn't work. You can just, you know, I just have a feeling about it. So we're like, knock yourself out, bro. Do your thing. And within 2 weeks, it was the most played song in Holland, and 3 weeks, it was #1.
So what's next? You said you started work because the album you released over a year ago now, and obviously it's now doing so well again.
Yeah.
So what's now? You starting to work on new material?
Yeah, I mean, the next record is actually, a lot of it's recorded. It's all written, and most of it's recorded. So I think we'll be looking to release that sort of next year, maybe in the spring. Because, you know, All the Little Lights, I think, still has a long way to go. You know, I'm going to be touring to the end of this year, certainly. My confession is, I was playing a gig with Ed Sheeran. I supported Ed Sheeran around England, and I played a gig, and I played The Sound of Silence by Simon & Garfunkel. And I don't know why I said it. It was meant to be a joke, but I said, this is a brand new song that I've just written, and then played The Sound of Silence. And I realised at the time that there were quite a few young kids in the audience that probably had no idea who Simon & Garfunkel were, so wouldn't have got the joke. And it was a pretty terrible gig, and I played terribly. And I came off stage, I was at the bar getting drunk on my own, cool, and what a champion. And this kid came over to me, he was about 14, really nervous, and he said, oh, hello passenger, I just wanted to say that I really like that new song that you wrote, The Sound of Silence. And because I'd had such a shit night, I just said thank you, and didn't correct him, didn't let him know that I didn't write it, and just dug a massive hole for myself, started saying things like, yeah, it's probably going to be a single on the next album, so look out for that.
Said we got holes in our hearts.